Hi there, folks. It's Jonathan Denwood here from WP-Tonic, and in this video, I'm going to be talking about how do you become a life coach in the beginning, the first quarter 2025. What are some of the key things you need to understand that will help you build a successful life coaching business online, like I say, at the beginning of 2025. I'll be back in a few moments, folks. I'm coming back, folks. So you're looking at the possibilities of becoming a life coach and becoming a successful one. What are some of the key things that you've got to understand that will enable you to achieve this? Number one, it is a competitive sector, folks. The barrier to entry seem very small. That is true because the upfront costs aren't that high compared if you were trying to build out a retail business, a traditional retail unit, or you were having to buy stock for an e-commerce business or etc., etc. But the reality, the hidden costs or the costs that aren't so upfront right in your face are there, folks. So, but compared to other business models, it's still very accessible and achievable. Number two, the actual market is still growing. The actual demand is still growing. So that's really important. Thirdly, it's important to build credibility. I think the key factors to success as a life coach, or one of the key features, is credibility. And fourth, I would say finding the niche. So let's deal with 3 and 4, credibility. Now, I think certification is important. Now, you don't need to have certification from a recognized body that offers training to life coaching. There's about 3 to 4 of these type organizations that I think have reasonable credibility, but it's going to cost you between $5,000 and $10,000, depending on which of these handful of organisations, because they are, to be truthful, private organisations. But there is, like I say, a handful of them that I think have built up over a number of years a degree of credibility in the certification plans they offer. Now, if that interests you, and other information that I give in a lot more detail than even in this video, I've written an article. You'll find that the link to that article in the video description underneath, and that gives you all the links and additional information about these particular bodies. Do you need a degree? No, you don't, in my opinion. Definitely don't. I think you don't need to do the accredited training, in my opinion, to a certain degree, but I think it does help with your own credibility. So if I had the time and money, I personally would invest that type of money, but that decision has to be down to you. Number 4, in the business of building a book of clientele, being talked about, being recommended, I think the key is to find a niche. And it's very similar at WP-Tonic. We offer a specific website product that helps life coaches, and we also help build out membership and e-learning solutions and host them. So we've got a lot of experience in this. And what I'm going to say, if you're a life coach, I've said exactly the same. If you're trying to build out an e-commerce business, you've got to find a niche. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, let's take if you were a life coach, but you had an emphasis around health and fitness. Now, that's a very broad and popular category in the e-learning training online space. But if you just left it at that very broad level, I think unless you're an established influencer, author, trainer, and you've got already your own tribe, as I would put it, you're going to find it extremely difficult, not impossible, but extremely difficult to get traction. So you get in a reasonable amount of time a business that can finance you and enable you to invest in your business. And it is a business, folks, trying to build your reputation and clientele as a life coach. Now, if you find a niche in a broad category, you're going to be in a much better position when it comes to the online marketing that you're going to have to do to get this ball rolling. So finding the right niche in a broad category, but then finding a subcategory that you can really focus a target audience, I personally feel is really the clear road to success as a life coach. Finding the right platform to enable you to do the mechanics. So you have a website where you have content that attracts people looking for information around not only life coaching, but around the particular niche that you specialize in. Um, Being SEO friendly, search engine optimization, and having the mechanics, having people being able to book on your website, having the facility to do online conference calls, to do webinars, to do all the elements that will enable you for people to sign up for a newsletter, marketing automation. So finding the right platform is important. Now, at the beginning of 2025, there's about half a dozen or more SaaS, software as a service solution, that offer a combined platform, website, builder. Some don't, others provide a calendar. I personally feel for ownership and being able to have maximum control and flexibility when necessary, when it is beneficial to build some extra features. Um, WordPress still offers a great mixture. Yes, to initially get it started, there's a few loops, additional loops to jump through. But if you find the right hosting partner, those loops can be greatly reduced. So you get all the benefits without any of the minuses, basically. I honestly feel that. But there are some good SaaS-based solutions out there. I've done a few videos about these different platforms. So if you do a search on the WP-Tonic YouTube channel, they will come up basically. So I've done a lot of reviews on the different platforms, and there are some specific aimed at life coaches, and there's others that are really aimed at the broader e-learning education sector that can also do a lot, almost all of what a life coach would want. So you've got to do your own research. Hopefully you found this video helpful. If you did, think about subscribing to the channel, because that really shows YouTube that I've provided some value to you, and it really helps me, and I would really appreciate it. I'll see you soon, folks. Bye.